Hey Yankees fans, let's dive right into the whirlwind that's been unfolding around the team lately. Especially after that rough start against the Blue Jays, there's been a lot of chatter, debate, and frustration, and it's centered mostly around one player who's been under the microscope, Oswald Peraza. The guy who was supposed to bring some stability to the third base position hasn't exactly been delivering the kind of performances anyone hoped for this season. In fact, the struggles have been glaring, and after Game 1 of the Blue Jays series, things only got messier. That costly error he made in the opening game wasn't just a minor slip-up. It was a pivotal moment that swung momentum in favor of the Blue Jays and ultimately led to the Yankees losing that game. When you're talking about these high-stakes division matchups, mistakes like that are magnified. Fans are fed up because the third base spot has become a recurring sore spot. The Yankees needed a reliable presence there, someone who could at least hold the line defensively and contribute offensively, but so far, Peraza hasn't filled that role. His defensive skills are considered his stronger suit, but even that's been shaky. Combine that with a lackluster offensive output, and it's easy to see why the frustration is boiling over. What makes this situation more complicated is the timing. The trade deadline is looming, and the Yankees are in desperate need of answers. They're facing critical games against tough opponents like the Phillies and Rays, and they can't afford to limp along with a weak link in such a key position. The buzz around the team and media speculation about bringing in a new third baseman have put a spotlight on his performance and future with the club. After the game, a reporter asked Peraza a question that summed up a lot of fans' feelings. With so much talent and potential seen in him, why hasn't his career really taken off? He was asked how disappointing it was to hear rumors about the team possibly trading for another third baseman, and whether he felt he'd been able to make the most of his opportunity so far. It's a tough question, and on the surface, it might seem a bit harsh, but in the context of the Yankees and their no-nonsense approach to winning, it's completely fair, Peraza answered thoughtfully, acknowledging that his numbers aren't where he wants them to be but emphasizing his commitment to working hard and trusting the process day by day. He stayed composed, which says something about his mindset even as things haven't gone his way. Still, from the perspective of fans and analysts, those stats tell a grim story. A batting average barely above the Mendoza line, a handful of home runs, and a disappointing on-base percentage for a player who's had plenty of at-bats at the major league level. These numbers just don't cut it, especially for a team with championship aspiration. Comparisons to other players only highlight how rough his season has been. Take DJ LeMahieu, for instance. When he was coming back from injury last season, his stats were far better than what Peraza has managed to put up so far. That's not a good look for a guy who's supposed to be a mainstay at third base every game. That passes without improvement feels like another strike against his chances of sticking around in this role long-term, beyond just Peraza's individual struggles. The team as a whole is showing signs of disarray. Errors have been piling up, base running mistakes are cropping up too often, and it seems like the Yankees haven't really found a rhythm all season. This is a team that's been known for clutch performances and gritty determination, but the current vibe is far from that. It's frustrating for fans who are used to seeing the Yankees as a powerhouse, and are now watching them falter in crucial moments. On the front office side, all eyes are on Brian Cashman as the deadline approaches. The decisions he makes now will go a long way in defining whether the Yankees can turn this season around, or if they'll have to settle for a less than ideal outcome. The big question is whether they'll pursue a marquee name like Kettle Suarez from the Diamondbacks, who could be a game changer, or opt for more affordable, stopgap players who might provide short-term relief without breaking the bank or mortgaging the future. It's a tough balance to strike, especially with a fan base that demands big moves and immediate results. Among the possible options being tossed around is IKF Isaiah Kerfox, who some see as a viable upgrade over Peraza even if he's not a superstar. IKF has had some time with the Yankees and brings better instincts and fundamentals, which could be exactly what the team needs at third base right now. It might not be flashy, but sometimes steady, reliable play is what turns things around in the short term. Meanwhile, looking back at some of the Yankees' recent moves adds to the complexity. The trade involving Caleb Durham for Devin Williams is a prime example. Durham was viewed as a top prospect with potential to contribute down the line. Since joining Milwaukee, he's been performing solidly. Nothing spectacular yet, but definitely outpacing what Peraza has shown this season. Durham's numbers, including a respectable batting average, home runs, RBIs, and stolen bases, paint a picture of a player progressing well and adapting quickly at the major league level. This contrast only emphasizes the Yankees' need to reassess their options at third base. It's clear that whatever patchwork solution they had in place hasn't worked out, and the deadline might be the moment to make a decisive move. The question is, will they be aggressive enough to snag a top-tier player, or will they settle for a more modest upgrade? On the sidelines, manager Aaron Boone has been visibly frustrated with how things are unfolding and the scrutiny from the New York media. Boone understands the intense pressure and the challenging environment of managing a team in this city, but he's made it clear he doesn't want his players to lose their composure under fire. He acknowledges the pestering and bantering from the press, but urges the team to compartmentalize and stay focused amid the grind of a demanding season. Boone's approach highlights the delicate balance between protecting his players and holding them accountable. Fans want to see accountability and effort, not excuses or empty reassurances about getting through a rough patch. The manager's challenge is to keep the team mentally tough and motivated, while navigating the harsh realities of a tough season and an unforgiving spotlight. The ongoing errors and base running miscues are symptoms of a team struggling to find its footing. The energy and cohesion that define championship contenders seem to be missing. If the Yankees want to reclaim their winning identity, they'll need more than just tactical adjustments. A cultural reset might be in order. The trade deadline could be the inflection point, where we see whether the organization commits to upgrading key positions and pushing for a stronger finish, or continues to tread water with stopgap solutions. All of this adds layers of intrigue and tension to the coming weeks. The Yankees are a team that carries the weight of history and expectation, and when things go wrong, the fallout is swift and unforgiving. Oswald Peraza's struggles symbolize a bigger issue: the need for the team to realign, refocus, and recommit to excellence. Whether Peraza himself is part of the solution moving forward, or whether his time with the club is coming to an end, remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: the pressure is mounting, and the clock is ticking. Fans are watching closely, ready to debate every move, every play, and every trade rumor. The next steps the Yankees take will shape not only the remainder of this season, but potentially the trajectory of the team in the years ahead. It's a critical moment filled with uncertainty, hope, and the relentless drive that defines New York baseball. Stay tuned, because things are just getting started. As the season progresses and the trade deadline inches closer, the New York Yankees find themselves at a crossroads. The expectations in this city are monumental, and every misstep, every error, every slump becomes amplified under the glaring lights of the media and the passionate fan base. The pressure cooker environment that is New York baseball doesn't tolerate mediocrity, and the current struggles at third base are a clear example of how thin the margin for error truly is. The story of Oswald Peraza is emblematic of the challenges facing this team. When he was brought up, there was hope that he could provide some stability on the hot corner, a position that the Yankees have had trouble locking down in recent years. But the reality has been a frustrating mix of defensive miscues and lackluster offense. The expectations were high, but Peraza has struggled to meet them, leaving the Yankees with a glaring hole in their lineup and on the field. The situation is further complicated by the looming trade deadline, which looms like a ticking clock for the front office. Brian Cashman and his team face a critical decision. Do they swing for the fences and acquire a high-profile third baseman, or do they look for a more modest upgrade that can plug the gap without sacrificing the team's future? This decision will not only affect the rest of this season, but could ripple into the Yankees' long-term plans. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. Whispers are swirling around the New York Yankees clubhouse as rumors surfaced that Aaron Judge, the team's towering slugger, may be growing increasingly uncomfortable sharing the spotlight with Paul Goldschmidt. Sources close to the team have hinted at an undercurrent of tension, suggesting that Judge is no longer willing to accept the idea of playing alongside Goldschmidt in the Yankees lineup. This unexpected buzz has caught the attention of fans and analysts alike, stirring debate over what this could mean for the team's future. Aaron Judge, known for his leadership and towering presence both on and off the field, has been the face of the Yankees for years. Meanwhile, Paul Goldschmidt, a veteran first baseman with a strong batting record and a reputation for consistency, joined the Yankees with high expectations to bolster the lineup and provide another offensive threat. The rumblings began after recent clubhouse chatter hinted that Judge may feel his role is being diminished or overshadowed with Goldschmidt's arrival. While the Yankees' front office has not publicly addressed the matter, insiders suggest the tension may stem from the challenge of balancing the star players in a lineup. Built around power hitters, the dynamic between the two could be creating friction, especially if Judge feels the spotlight he once held might be shifting. Some speculate that Judge's reluctance to accept Goldschmidt as a teammate could influence the Yankees' strategy going forward. Would the team consider trading either player to ease clubhouse tensions? Or could the front office step in to mediate and foster a stronger partnership between these baseball giants? These questions linger in the air as fans await any official statements or developments, adding fuel to the fire. Insiders say Judge's comments have been vague but pointed, sparking speculation in sports circles about his future with the team. Is this just a passing phase of adjustment as the stars learn to coexist? Or is it a sign of deeper discord that could impact the Yankees season? With the trade deadline and off-season looming, all eyes are on the Bronx to see how this saga unfolds. As rumors continue to swirl, the possibility that Aaron Judge might push for a trade or a change in team dynamics grows stronger. For now, the Yankees organization faces a delicate balancing act, maintaining harmony in the clubhouse while keeping two of baseball's biggest names focused on winning. Fans are left eagerly watching, wondering if this story will end in collaboration or confrontation. The Yankees' season hangs in the balance as the rumor mill churns, and the baseball world waits with bated breath for the next chapter in this unfolding drama. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.